Mhm.
So one of the things that I need you to do is take some time for yourself, especially now that school's over.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be much, but it has to be something that you like doing, that you can choose to do, even if it's just 15 minutes of doing something that you do for you. Take a walk, work out, go eat ice cream, whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
But something that you enjoy doing that doesn't have any commitment, any obligation to it, besides your desire to do it. That's
Mhm.
that's as important as the steps that you'll be taking.
And really, I'm in this transition between the school and now no school. So, well, during school it's just really hard, especially with finals and everything, assignments piling up. So now that that's over, I can rate myself as, even though I haven't started yet, but I can rate myself as,
So then I would make it 70-30, writing, video, or 80-20.
mhm.
Right? I do believe that the presence is important because it helps them gauge the type of person that you are.
Mhm.
Articles, and then taking a synopsis of those articles and making them into post are going to be important. You need post as well.
Mhm.
Um, for you, because you're looking for a higher level client, commenting isn't as important, but it still has importance.
Mhm.
Meaning, people that are connected to the higher level people will be looking, and if you find them and comment on their post, it'll be beneficial for an introduction. But I don't think the higher level person is scrolling,
Right.
taking time to look, so that your comments aren't as important. Your post could be important because they could get exposed to it or see it randomly on the occasions that they go there.
Mhm.
The articles make sense because that type of person is going to read more of that. They're going to be more interested in more detail. If they're interested at all, they want some meat with it, not just the cover. So in order to get noticed, you definitely need to do your marketing presence. So if it's social media, if it's email, it could be a combination. What do you feel are the two best ways that you can get your message in front of the right people? Or one way?
Definitely LinkedIn, writing LinkedIn articles, and the other is, it may or may not be YouTube videos. Definitely, I think videos though still, because people just watch videos more so than they read. But the higher level clients I'm looking for would do more reading than regular people.
Yeah. And sometimes chipping away doesn't feel like enough, but if there's 1,000 steps and we take 3 steps, we're 3 steps closer to doing it. The only pressure that gets put on us is our own internal pressure that says we should be doing more. I'm not saying that that's not a good strategy occasionally, sometimes, but it's not a good strategy for sure on a daily basis,
Mhm.
because it's just, then we're always defeated, right? Because I'm never doing enough. I got to do more. I got to do this. And it's like, sometimes just be good with what you did, knowing that if I can get okay with this and just remember to breathe, right?
Mhm.
That I'll show up different and better.
My current clients, the schedule that I have with her, because that is a huge chunk of my day, which should be, and that's my main source of income right now. And um, yeah, just and then just have like the strategy and plan laid out, more definition about what it is that I am offering to clients, like what's unique about what I'm doing for them.
So, um, what parts of this activity to create the messaging, finish the programs, whatever it is that have to be done, and the outreach itself, which parts of those would you hand off if you could? All of them? Just this one?
I would say all of it. Whatever I can outsource outsource and delegate, I want to do that because actually, this is actually a season where I did say that I want to do more delegation. I really need to hire a virtual assistant. Can't pay him yet, but I really need to hire one to
Well,
just take.
manifest it.
Yeah.
Seriously, put the intention out there. Know exactly what you're looking for. Put the intention out there. Ask for it to show up. And there's always a way to figure something out.
It's true.
There
And I
is.
believe that.
But that's homework assignment number one. Get clear in the type of assistant you would like to have, right? As a person, what you
Mhm.
would like them to do for you specifically right now.
The fact that it is just a warm tropical island where I love the beach, I love water. I can live because I'm a single mom at this point in time. Prayerfully one day I'll meet my husband, but
You won't be
right
for
now,
forever. I already know that.
yeah, so I can live the lifestyle I want to live there affordably versus here. Like these houses I'm doing, I can't afford this stuff, but I can get the same thing in Bali for the money I make. So it's like, why why not move there? That makes sense. Like I'm a single mom and I need help. I can hire help if I move to Bali. I can afford it. So like right now, I'm going to make more money eventually, but I'm saying like at the level I'm at right now, like that. I like the economy of it. I can feed my children for less. It's just like it just makes total sense economically right now. Plus the fact I'm in a tropical island that I love just that environment, the temperature. I do not like winter. I don't. And it has no place in my life.
This. So my intention is that you get to hear today the best thing for you to help you keep moving forward. I believe that you're moving forward. Do I believe you could probably do more? Absolutely. No doubt you're the one that you started it, right? Right. It's like, and so um, with that, I would just say with accountability, it always starts with us, but it absolutely is easier and better when we have a form of it. Sometimes it's people, but in today's world, it can also be a thing, right? Like a program, an alert. It can be a bunch of different things. For you, when you to have you be accountable to yourself, are you best when you know what to do before the day comes, or are you the type of person that likes to figure it out and then go do it?
I like to know before. I realize that I work better when I know beforehand what's happening. I can plan it better.
Okay. Um, do you complete better when you create the plan or when you have a plan created for you?
I would say when I create it because I understand all the components of it.
Okay, good. I just need to know. I think that that's the best way myself as well. I just
Mhm.
need to know from you, and I'm not here to influence you before you give me the answer. And so, um, when you have a plan and you know what to do, what's the percentage of times that you do it to an acceptable level? 100% doesn't have to be held every day. It's what we strive for, but in reality, do we get to it? Out of 5 days, Jacob probably does three, right? On a good week. And I'm
Mhm.
just being honest, right? 3 times out of the week, I finish what totally intended to do. That's on a good week. What I average is probably two, but I
Mhm.
make sure that every other day I set my priorities and I get those priorities done no matter what. So last night, I don't know what time it was, probably midnight, I woke myself up and I go, oh, I forgot to do something that was a priority. And I got
Mhm.
myself up and I did it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that for years. And where I got it was from a book called The One by Gary Keller, who created Keller Williams Realty.
Mm.
And basically, what it says is focus on the one priority that would make all the other stuff not have to happen or not as important. And what he means by that is if you're focusing on the priorities, all the other problems kind of take care of themselves, or we have enough resources to have other people do it.
Okay.
So it's a good book. You can probably get it for like $2 on Amazon used because it's an older book, but it's one I would read a few pages for free. And if it resonates with you, because sometimes people go, this book will change my life. And then I read it and go, yeah, it's got, it's got to hit you. And so what I would do is read a few pages. And if it hits you, then I would invest in it. But otherwise, it's just a book that hit me, in a positive way. Um, Confidence for you. What's a percentage of confidence you have that you're going to achieve the big goal that you set for yourself in the time that you set out?
Um, I would say 100%. I just need to um carve out the time to do it. Now that school has finally ended this week, I can
Yay!
and I have to figure out my current clients, the schedule that I have with her because that is a huge chunk of my day, which should be, and that's my main source of income right now. And um yeah, just and then just have like the strategy and plan laid out, um, more definition about what it is that I am offering to clients, like what's unique about what I'm doing for them. Um, and then just have all of my messaging in alignment with that. So I'm confident I can do it, but then my brain is like all the things that need to make that happen, need to be put in place.
Hmm. It's a lot. It's not for it's not something you can just dip your toe in. You definitely have to do it, but we're gonna chip away at it because that's the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes chipping away doesn't feel like enough, but if there's 1,000 steps and we take 3 steps, we're 3 steps closer to doing it. The only pressure that gets put on us is our own internal pressure that says we should be doing more. I'm not saying that that's not a good strategy occasionally, sometimes, but it's not a good strategy for sure on a daily basis
Hmm.
because it's just then we're always defeated, right? Because I'm never doing enough. I got to do more. I got to do this. And it's like sometimes just be good with what you did, knowing that if I can get okay with this and just remember to breathe, right?
Mm.
That I'll show up different and better. The time off for me gave me clarity because that's what I chose for it to do. I was asking for it.
Mm.
And I didn't know when it would come. I didn't know if it would come. I just trusted that it would in the time. And it took one piece of clarity came in about, let's see, 5 days in. Oh, got an insight. Let me document it. I recommend that you journal, even if it's just for ideas that show up, things to do, clarity. The second one came in a dream. And I dreamt about somebody that I had worked with before that I would never work with again because she just went uh, out of integrity. But I dreamt that uh, I was going with my wife. My wife knows this lady too. My wife actually ran this lady's company for 3 years. And then I created a coaching program and then was a master coach for them. And she just went out of integrity and started focusing just on the money. And it wasn't pretty for other people. And then for me too, like there's still an $18,000 bill that I'll never get paid on. But so this dream, right? She's there working, and then she's like, "Oh, we'll do this," and so I'm like, there's a part of me that's still conscious in this dream, even that, don't trust you, that type of thing. And as I'm leaning into trust a little bit, she revealed the money thing again. well, then we could do that. And you got to do this program with me first before we get here. And then I just like said, hey, I would never work with you, blah, blah, blah. And it turned into a bad situation. So this whole dream's going on, right? It's a dream. And through the dream, I got clarity. The answer came through in the dream. And I remembered the dream even to this day. I'm still remembering it, and I don't remember every dream. So what I'm getting at is if there's answers that you're seeking, ask them, but then you got to kind of relax enough to allow them to be noticed because they come through. We just don't notice them sometimes.
Hmm.
So one of the things that I need you to do is take some time for yourself, especially now that school's over. It
Hmm.
doesn't have to be much, but it has to be something you don't that you like doing, that you can choose to do, even if it's just 15 minutes of doing something that you do for you. Take a walk, work out, go eat ice cream, whatever it is, right?
Hmm.
But something that you enjoy doing that doesn't have any commitment, any obligation to it, besides your desire to do it. That's
Hmm.
that's as important as the steps that you'll be taking
Okay.
because you require that clarity when you go to bed at night. Let go of all the stuff that you got to do. Reflect on what you've done. What was really good today? What was abundant in my life? Right? Connect to it. I'm touching the heart. Connect to it. If you can say it out loud, you feel the vibration when you talk. Connect
Hmm.
to it. Get connected. Understand that Yah is going to provide the more you trust in it. The more you trust that the plan is in motion, the plan's already there. All I got to do is take the actions to step in the lane, basically, is it will happen. I promise you that. The work, I'm going back to questions. The work being done that you committed to doing on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your uh, ability at doing it? I've been showing up as a what? What's a number?
My ability to do it is, I would say about an 8, and not because like I'm not capable, but because I need to just, block the time to do it.
So how have you been on allotting the time, scheduling yourself, and actually getting to it? I would rate myself a what?
And really, I'm in this transition between the school and now no school. So during school, it's just really hard, especially with finals and everything, assignments piling up. So now that that's over, I can rate myself as, even though I haven't started yet, but I can rate myself as, I would say an 8 or 9 to
Okay.
be able to get it done now.
Before then, what would you have rated yourself last week?
Probably like a 5 or 6. I cut off everything last week. It was like I just couldn't do anything
Okay.
except for get that done.
The weeks before that, what would you rate
Oh,
yourself?
the weeks before that. I mean, even still, like us assignments and things, it was just really hard. So, um, I would say I would still say like a 6,
Okay.
maybe. Because
Okay.
I have this, optimism that I am going to do it and get it done, but it's
I
like,
think we all have pieces of that for sure.
yeah.
So, um, what parts of this activity to create the messaging, finish the programs, whatever it is that had to be done, and the outreach itself, which parts of those would you hand off if you could? All of them? Just this one? Like,
I would say all of it.
okay.
Whatever I can outsource and delegate, I want to do that because actually this is actually a season where I did say that I want to do more delegation. I really need to hire a virtual assistant. Can't pay him yet, but I really need to hire one to
So
just take
manifest
this
it.
off of me. Yeah.
Seriously, put the intention out there. Know exactly what you're looking for. Put the
Mhm.
intention out there. Ask for it to show up. And there's always a way to figure something out.
It's true.
There
And I
is.
believe that.
But that's homework assignment number one. Get clear in the type of assistant you would like to have, right? As a person, what you
Hmm.
would like them to do for you specifically right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Part of my clarity has been what do I want to do moving forward to reach my goals? And my goals are not only financial, but it's also time wise,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I guarantee you, because I met uh, Anita
Mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed my conversation with her, but I guarantee when you get to that island, you are not going to want to be full time.
Oh, of course not. Of course
There's
not.
like, yeah, it's island time. And so what is really important for me then is getting that clarity with you and then figuring out like, how can we make this work? So for
Mm-hmm.
me, and I don't recommend this for you because you're working with a higher level person. For me, I think I can do it in groups.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have two groups coming in and I have 10 people per group and I run them for 8 weeks, and I can get two groups going and do it 10 months out of the year, I'll have a rocking business.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also know that I'm not the person to market and sell the groups.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's my thing is I'm looking for that company, that entity, that person that can take it and do the things that I don't want to do because I know I'm not the best person to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to take some form of short-term investment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm not sure I got the money for it, but
Mm-hmm.
I trust that it's going to show up and I'm going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would just start saying for you is start laying it out. Like, so in order to get noticed, you definitely need to do your marketing presence. So if it's social media, if it's email, it could be a combination. What do you feel are the two best ways that you can get your message in front of the right people, or one way?
Definitely LinkedIn, writing LinkedIn articles, and the other is it may or may not be YouTube videos. Definitely, I think videos though still, um, because people just watch videos more so than they read. But the higher level clients I'm looking for would do more reading than regular people.
Yeah. So then I would make it 70-30, writing, video, or 80-20.
Hmm.
Right. I do believe that the presence is important because it helps them gauge the type of person that you are.
Hmm.
Articles and then taking a synopsis of those articles and making them into post are going to be important. You need post as well.
Hmm.
Um, for you, because you're looking for a higher level client, commenting isn't as important, but it still has importance.
Hmm.
Meaning, people that are connected to the higher level people will be looking. And if you find them and comment on their post, it'll be beneficial for an introduction. But I don't think the higher level person is scrolling and
Right.
taking time to look, so that your comments aren't as important. Your posts could be important because they could get exposed to it or see it randomly on the occasions that they go there.
Hmm.
The articles make sense because that type of person's going to read more of that. They're going to be more interested in more detail. If they're interested at all, they want some meat with it, not just the cover, right?
Hmm.
So I think that that's important. Um, Getting a list of what you want to hand off to start is going to be so when you're creating anything, it's there's kind of like a funnel creation. So at the
Hmm.
top, there's like, how can I cast a wide net? And then once I get interest, and then once I get interest, what do I need to do to bring it down so that they understand the level of ability that you have? That's where I think video would come in because your presence and your confidence is going to be 100% of the reason that they want to have a conversation with you.
Hmm.
And we've been talking about it before where I really want you to own it. I want you to step into it. This is where you fake it till you make it. And the only thing you're faking is holding the attitude and the confidence a little bit longer than you normally do. It's
Mhm.
not really fake. What it is, it's extension. It's really more than faking it till you make it.
Mhm.
But this is where it's going to be really important for you, I think, because when you get these people and they say, "Hey, here's somebody that I found that can do what we're looking to get done," there you got about a minute to 2 minutes to get their attention or to say, boom, this is it. Or they're going to set up a call with you. And then the first minute or 2 minutes, if you don't make that impact and impression, they're not going to hire you no matter what you do. And they may lose the best opportunity of their year. And you do too. Um, if you had to pay, what do you think you would have to pay to hand the stuff off that you want to hand off?
Um, if I hired someone, because I really would need someone who can like think, because yeah, and I think that to hire thinking people, you would need to pay about maybe $25 an hour.
Okay. So that's a good starting point. It's going to be around 25 to 50 an hour.
I don't even get paid 50 an hour right now, but I
Well,
will.
that's what it's going to be. So, and
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that today too, about your relationship with the person that you're doing the work with. Um, it's going to take about 25 to 50 bucks an hour for somebody that is really capable and can not only do the stuff but actually help you. And what I
Mhm.
mean by help is coming up with creative ideas, doing a little bit of extra effort to figure it out that
Mhm.
really become the wind behind your back, right?
Right. And I
That type of
understand
person.
because I'm that person for
You
the
are
other.
that person, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to chip away at things and we may start a little bit lower than the top level if it comes to that where you need more money in a short term thing, but it's not going to be a place that you stay very long if you have to get there. I just want you to know that.
Okay.
What holds you back, if anything? Like what holds you back besides scheduling too many things?
Well, it goes back to the scheduling. What holds me back is not planning my day. Like I'm supposed to be planning my day the night before and reviewing and kind of going over what exactly I need to do. And I hadn't been doing that. And also, um, like people are motivated by like their why and motivation behind what they're doing, and I don't feel like and their goal, and I don't feel like I have that every day. Um, or even like fully understand what my goal is. I mean, I know my goal is, oh, when children move to Bali, I want to make more, 7 figures or 8 figures or whatever. But as far as the goal beyond that, you know, I'm working on developing that to the point where it's something that's, really visceral, as they say, or emotional with like an emotion is connected to it. So I'm still working on.
What about Bali is the attraction to you?
The fact that it is just a warm tropical island where I love the beach, I love water. I can live because I'm a single mom at this point in time. Prayerfully one day I'll meet my husband,
You,
but
you won't be
right now,
forever. I already know that.
yeah, so I can live the lifestyle I want to live there affordably versus here. Like these houses I'm doing, I can't afford this stuff, but I can get the same thing in Bali for the money I make. So it's like, why why not
Yep.
move there? That makes sense. Like I'm a single mom and I need help. I can hire help if I move to Bali. I can afford it.
Hmm.
So like right now, I'm going to make more money eventually, but I'm saying like at the level I'm at right now, like that. I like the economy of it. I can feed my children for less. It's just like it just makes total sense economically right now. Plus the fact I'm in a tropical island that I love just that environment, the temperature. I do not like winter. I don't. And it has no place in my life. And I
But
just want,
there's something about it for you, and I don't know what the answer is, but there's something more about it than financially. I think what you get stuck sometimes in where you're at versus understanding, and I know that you understand this, but I mean understanding in a knowing sense that this is very temporary, right?
yeah, I feel that it is temporary because I know that, like I said, when I get married, I'm sure that whoever I marry wants to do something else, not just stay there. But it's also just the fact that I chose choosing Bali specifically because, like I have connections with different groups there. Like I'm not just going to be somewhere isolated or have to like start from scratch, learn, getting to know people or finding people. Um, and then also the school that's there, I want to be able to send my children there. I missed up my older one because he's graduating next year, but but the other two still have a chance.
Hmm. Okay. So to connect to that, it's like take yourself through a guided meditation or just a visualization of not just being there. That's important. Being there, like visualizing walking out of your place, man, just like unbelievable that I'm here. But also the feeling of number one, the accomplishment, and number two, that you're in a place that you chose for you, right?
Hmm.
This is
Yeah.
important for you choosing for you, not doing for others anymore.
Hmm.
I think this is just my assessment. I'm trusting my inner guides that you will not be single, but you will be independent. And
Hmm.
that's a requirement for you.
Hmm.
It would be easy for you to fall out of that if you don't maintain focus on it. And I don't
Hmm.
mean like laser focus. I just mean awareness of it. That for you, you're kind of like you're semi fiercely independent and semi like it'd be great if someone would just take care of me.
Yes, that's the feminine side. It's the
Right.
single
It's the
mothers,
yin, it's a yin
or
yang thing, but for you, it's kind of
it's the
like it becomes conflict, right?
yeah, it's the single mothers saga basically because we have to be both parents. We have to be
Right.
male and female, and mostly male most of the time. And when we have man there, then we can become feminine again. It's just like just what we have to go through.
Well, what you will thrive in is someone who allows your fierce independence and the
Hmm.
masculinity of you, that independent side, which gets defined as masculine, but nurtures the feminine,
Hmm.
right? And allows both of those to exist, almost demands both of them to exist, right?
Hmm.
Like, and I just understand this fully because my wife is fiercely independent. I
Hmm.
love a strong woman. And
Hmm.
what I mean by that is just somebody who's willing to do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, but is so grateful that she doesn't have to,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And so both of you can thrive in that environment. If you get somebody that just wants to like, oh, I'll take care, that's more of a control thing. And for you, I just sense that would be total like
Yeah. Been there, done
deal
that.
breaker, right? So I'm just sharing my intuition on that side of it because there's going to be parts of this business that are kind of the same. We're doing, and then there comes time where it's like, man, I'd like to just be taken care of. And we all go through this. And the things that you need to be taken care of, we have to look at those and start figuring out ways that you can figure it out so that you can lead it and then figure out a way to quickly hand it off.
Hmm.
So, what we're going to work on is a simple plan for you now. Um, I'm just reading my notes, so bear with me. So, last question. What do you need to have happen in June to feel success or progress is being made? Like, what would be, and you don't have to answer this right now unless you know the answer, but by our next session, which could be next week, I'd like you to have the answer to that. Like, what for you would have to happen in June so that we can chart out a plan for the month instead of just for this next week, so that you feel like success is you're getting there, you're knocking on the door, or it's on its way for you.
Okay.
Okay, because I want you to have some result. Um, and then I truly do believe that you handing some of these things off is not mandatory but close.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you do have the confidence and ability inside. I don't think you let it out enough. And that's what I'm going to push you on a bit, because you got to show up to these people and you got to own your stuff and you got to get cocky and sassy and be willing to be right to the point with them. And if they want the detail, they'll ask you for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, well, how do you know you can do it? Because I know I'm really good at what I do. And that's why I only take on select people like I'm talking to you right now. But if you're not interested in that, or if you want something different than this, I'm not a good fit for it. Like that kind of attitude. Because when you're in that space, you're amazing. I've seen glimpses of it with you. And it's like that's the person that needs to show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the person that does that. So, which is a segue into the person that you're working with. Do you have clear and defined role in what you do, or is it just a random, here's what I want you to do type of relationship?
It's I'm the operations manager, so I'm their business manager, the OBM online business manager. And so I'm responsible basically for everything that she doesn't do. And that is the role of an OBM basically. And so that's what I am assisting her with. Not like I intentionally don't do everything, but I don't think I've defined it for her. But we also are aware that we need another person there who's more of and doing taking care of the virtual assistant side of things. In fact, literally, we just put we found I finally got her to let me put the ad on Hire My Mom, and today it was active, and we started getting resumes in for people to come in. So we've already
Well,
gotten
this
like
is good
four
training
resumes.
ground for you,
Yeah.
right? So, seriously, it's kind of like what kind of person would work well with this person? Um, and you have to create processes and systems to be able to hand off at some point, or you're going to
That's what
be
I
the one
do.
doing it every single time, right?
I'm doing that every single week, every as I'm doing it, not as like intensely as I want to be, because I know I need to like speed up the pace because I'm about to be leaving her. So I that's what I do every week though. I have SOPs. Right now I sat like I have to force myself now to like really map things out because I also sat with her last month, I think, to go over what are we doing for the year? What are the programs that we're doing for the year? Because before for this past year, I've been working with her for now for a year. Actually, 18 months, I think, at this point. And there was nothing like I was supposed to when I first came in, um, do a business audit. And it includes like going through all the programs for the year, looking at every single thing of the business, having things written down. That just never happened. It got started and there are pieces of it, but it never happened. And so I've been committing like lately to really go back to that. And so as part of that, I was able to sit down with her, figure out what are the programs for the year, how much do we plan to make on these programs, and when are they going to happen? What is their date? We can put them on a calendar so that now I can map out each program what we need to do to get it started. So I started that process. So that's all laid out. She even met with her accountant. She still hasn't gotten back with me on what her accountant said, but she did meet with her finally. And like her accountant was supposed to give me these numbers when I first came 18 months ago. And now she's just now meeting for her to get it. It still hasn't happened yet because she's like, I gotta get back with her and whatever. But anyway, so I've been just diligently in the process now lately, just map it out. Since we get off this call, I have to actually go back and finish and do some more. mapping out all the SOPs for these different programs and projects that we're doing for the year, so that when the next person comes and and we have also two other VAs that are overseas, everybody knows like what to do and everything, so that when I do step out, then she'll more easily have someone to come in. And also when I first joined, or when I first asked for my first pay raise, which was like probably a month in, um, I told her that, she was asking like, well, what do we do if this is temporary for you and you have to leave us? And I told her that we would have like, SOPs and things in place. So that's what I'm basically focused on committing on doing. That's why I've been focusing on that.
Are you paid okay or are you underpaid?
I'm definitely underpaid for what I do. I should be paid like $20 more an hour minimum. And I also I was gonna say, yeah, and I also want to move away from the hourly rate. I want to do fixed fees. I don't want the
Right.
hourly thing because
Okay.
that's annoying. Because like right now, I'm supposed to have an invoice for her, but on the clock, I'm like 9 hours behind, and the invoice really needed to be in at 5 o'clock today. So it means now I have to work again on the weekend to make up those hours so that I can start back at zero on now Tuesday. But I have to really do it Monday because I got to get, it's like a certain number of
Right.
hours I got to get every week. And it's so annoying. So it's like I want to just do a flat rate. So we're just done. Like she knows what she's paying me. Like, just pay me that. These are the projects that need to get done. And let's just do that. That's what I would love to do. But she's not at that point where she
Okay.
can do that. And she's
Okay.
definitely not going to pay more either. Hold on 1 second, please.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay.
So, what would you say, what level is this person at in regards to like, what do you feel they gross, like, give me a range. A person that you're working for now grosses between this and this a year.
She makes like 200,000.
That's it?
Yeah.
Gross? Okay.
Uh-huh. And she's not really interested in making much more.
Okay.
It doesn't seem.
Okay. That's not a very high level at all.
It's not. Like that's that yeah, it's not. I've worked
Okay.
with people who've made a million and more, and she just doesn't have an interest in money, in growth in that sense. Um, she just says it doesn't interest her.
So one of the things as you're getting into more discovery sessions or meeting people that could potentially connect you to other people
Mhm.
is I would just put a number and I'd say, hey, it's between, I would say at minimum, what do you think they would have to sell yearly to pay you what you're really worth and to have the group of people that are needed to run something like this efficiently and effectively?
It would have
Half
to
a
be
million?
minimum a million because I remember that my client that I worked with, and she was making a million. She only paid me like, I mean, we got her up to a million, but she started at 600,000 and we got her up to a million. I got her up to a million basically. And she only paid me like toward 30 hours, she paid me 60,000 because it was like 30 $30 an hour. So it ended up being 60,000 because it was thirty hours a week.
Okay.
This
So,
was back in 2017. So I really need to.
so somebody that's at a million, I would say they'd have to be looking at growing to five minimum to 10, right?
Yeah.
What's a time frame for that, do you think, that would be a good time frame and also one that allows you to work into that amount? Because that's a lot to four or five times your business or nine times it.
Yeah, I honestly don't have a clue. I could throw out a number, but I don't have any idea.
Well, how do you think? Well, I'll give you an idea. So my wife went in, she did basically what you did. She kind of became the general manager of the company. It was a $2 million company, and in 3 years they hit 40 million.
Wow.
It was insane. It was insane growth
What
because
kind of company was it?
wealth education.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it was just insane growth. It really was. But and it wasn't pretty. So what I'm just saying is that you also want to find somebody that not only wants to grow, but understands what it takes to grow,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
Because the person you have right now doesn't fully understand what it takes, or they'd be paying you what you're worth because they don't want to lose you.
Yeah, she knows she's gonna lose me. I feel like she just doesn't, I can't say she doesn't value me. She loves the work I do. When I came in, she's just like, we need you more than you need us, type of thing. But she just can't and won't. I'm
Right.
sure she just
Nope, I
won't.
get it. I get it for sure.
Yeah, you see my son popping in the background
I thought he
there.
was digging for what do you call them? Sand dollars, man.
It does look like that. He's fishing in the ocean.
So, but anyways, so starting to thinking like, who do I want to attract, right?
Mhm.
One of the things, and I want you to figure out what's a question you could ask that lets them know, and this could be a value question or it could be something, but lets you know, hey, do you know what it takes? So you want to get to 5 million. A question might be something like, how many team members do you think it would take to acquire and then maintain that amount, right? Because that'll kind of give you an idea. Because they could either say, well, I'm not sure. And then my next question would be, once you figure out what that number is, let's say it's 15 people, Jacob. Could you see yourself running a company with 16 people? Because I'd include myself into that. That might be a question I start asking or thinking, how could I ask that question to get them to give me a response to let me know, are they open to knowing what it takes? Or are they open to doing what it takes to bring in enough people to make it happen?
I'm
Because,
just thinking about a client that I worked with it was a financial education company. And when I first joined the team, I believe there were about maybe, maybe 12 of us. By the time I left, there were like 20, and this was for 2 years. Like I left right when COVID hit. Um, and I think it was we got up to about 24, 25 people in that period of time. I know that she was making multiple millions at the time, but she made a chunk of it on just with her other things that she was doing, but the part that I played in, I know that she was just making like over a million because business partner was saying like he spent like $1 million just on Facebook ads that
right, it, it
um,
it's not uncommon. Okay, so you kind of have a good idea. That's something I want you just to keep here, so when you start having those conversations, you know what to ask, not just in what you can do for them, but are they really the right people that are prepared for the growth that you want? Because what you want is you want long-term relationships.
right,
That's
exactly.
going to be the thing, or the thing where they say, hey, I don't want you to be virtual anymore. I want to bring you in. But it's
Hmm.
like, well, to bring me in, I'm looking for stock option type thing, not just a big salary, but I want the big salary and a percentage, right? Because if I'm going to give you all this stuff, all this sweat equity and everything, I want to earn something back from it that's bigger than just paying me, a couple 100,000 a year,
Hmm.
So um, bringing it back in now, let's figure out it for the next week, a plan of action for you. And then what I want to do is schedule a time for next Friday, if that's okay for you.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll go 2 weeks after that, but I want to catch up right now and make sure that you have a good plan for June.
Okay.
So what needs to be done every day? You give me the answers to help this growth and to help you get noticed more and to help you get um, clearer on everything that needs to be clear for now.
I need to write down who my ideal client is because I don't really know. Like I know numbers wise, but in terms of like who is the type of person that I want to work with. and then go after a bunch of those people. Because again, that's going back to my goals. I need those clearly defined before I just start going off just finding people. It's like I want to find this person, have this profile. So then when I go to the NABO meetings, they're having them once a week. When I go to um the other meetings that I was going to, then I know who I'm looking for and targeting specifically.
Okay. So the ideal client, what's the situation or condition of their business when you first meet them?
When I first meet them, they are just really interested in growing. So I think that my client, okay, you know who I think is my ideal client? My ideal client would be the client that I just mentioned that I worked with in 2017, who I helped her make $1 million, but with a better attitude. She just had a nasty attitude. So if I can find a client, if I can find a client with the positive attitude of the woman who I worked with the financial education company, with the business you know, motivation and, really pushing for growth energy of the woman from 2017, I think that would be a really good profile and match.
Okay.
And I hadn't thought of that before because when I think about like my best work situations, it's those two. And
Okay.
those are the people that I work with the longest as well.
Okay. So that's part of what it is. So what else needs to be done on a daily basis so that you get the traction, noticeability, attention?
Okay, so now being able to define them, to get the track, just write. I need to on a daily basis. I need to write. I know you're thinking of like, what can I do like an hour a day, whatever, but I need to write. I really do. I need to write a few articles and do a few videos, but first write to get the content down. I need to make a list. Okay, well, let's keep this simple. I need to make a list of 50 topics. We'll make it smaller. 20 topics over the next week of 20 topics that I need to write about that would attract this client. And the writing, and once I get those 20 topics down, then the next stage will be writing about it, making videos about it, making posts about it.
Okay. So in the next week, if you found those 20 topics, could you write two articles and do two videos?
In the next week,
Yeah. If not, push back.
um, yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say just getting that written because, yes, I'm thinking about my schedule next week. I would think just writing that, first of all, just writing that list. So I would say no, because I would say just writing that list right there would be monumental because that's something that's been on my to-do list for years and I never did it. Like I still haven't done it. Like I've done it for, my food business, but like I said, because it's such a brain twist, not it's still a shift for me to now I'm writing about business that is challenging for me. So just writing that list and now having to find
Well,
who my
you got a best friend now. Not, I don't mean me. You do in me, but here's I'm gonna make it really easy because I could do this.
ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT.
Yeah, just have chat help you though, not do it. Right.
Okay. All
So the
right.
first thing you want to do, and I know that you probably heard it, but I'm going to go through it anyway, is prompt it to become the expert. Like if I could have one person in the whole world that I could ask this question and get help with, what title, what experience, what expertise do they have? Make chat become that. And then say, just give me a list of 20, the top 20 topics. Or the first thing I would do is I would say, what do once you figure out, you got to find out who your ideal client. So the 2017 person, define them for me. Like just define that person. It's a person that has a what type of company, what type of clientele, what do they offer? Like, do they do live events? If they do they have recorded, like, just run it down the list with me.
Okay, so 600,000 in revenue with a goal to hit $1 million and to double basically double that and hit $1 million within a year or so. She is
What kind of company is it?
it would say life coaching and business coaching company.
Okay, so it was a
Development.
an event slash education company that helped people make more money.
Yeah, and just live the life of their dreams basically because there were live events where it just helped what primarily Black women like to just break through mental blocks and barriers that are preventing them from you know achieving their goals and um making the money that they want to make and taking their business to the level that they want to take it.
Okay, increase income.
She did she just did both. She did this business conferences, spring and personal development conferences in fall.
Okay,
And it was a live event for each one. I had a mastermind that covered primarily the business side, but blogged and wrote about the personal development side
right.
mostly.
It's going to be both for sure. So they
Yeah.
work with what kind of people? Like if you say, man, I'd love to work with a company, the owner is this kind of person, but they work with this kind of people. Does that apply?
Worked with just positive, the company was called Happy Black Women. So it's working with women that, and it could be men or men too for me. Um, but just positive energy, wanting to be their best self, um, seeking growth, serious about business, seeking growth in their business, improvement in their life. And yeah, the reason that I need all that is because just in thinking of customer service and dealing with them and all that kind of thing, I just need that kind of energy. Like, for example, the client I work with right now, she has like a spiritual Dharma-based company. So all the people are positive energy, good energy people. It's no people who are just cussing, drinking, smoking,
Right.
attitude, angry. None of those people. I want people that are uplifting and positive and are optimistic and energetic and want it to do better and grow and develop and improve all those types of things, build
Okay.
relationships.
Now,
Um,
the live events, coaching, and recorded programs, were all those offered?
yes.
Okay. Let's see. What was the signature program? Was it going to like those main two events a year? Or
So
is it?
she worked with like Lisa, what do you call it? Lisa Sasevich. That was her
Mhm.
coach. And so she had that tier program. It's have it the free thing, have the low cost thing,
Right.
have the middle cost thing, and have the high end thing. And then have the live events as well. So that's what
Okay.
she had.
And then offer live events, recorded programs, tiered, and I think that's enough for now. So what I would be doing is I would go in the chat and I would say, what was her main thing was growth, right? She was in her, she knew she needed to grow and she had a desire to grow.
Yes.
Okay.
She was pushing something every single month. Every month it was like, boom, we're doing this. It was selling a new product, new thing. I mean, basically, she had her signature things, but just sold it or resold it in a
Okay.
different way every month.
So I'm just thinking about how I would prompt this. So I would use chat and I would just say, I want you to give me a list of 50 companies, right? I'm going to make chat work. That's similar to blank's company that's happy black women and that are in the range of 600 to a million in sales. They're an event company, an education company that helps, you could just say specific if you want it to be women, but helps people break through to achieve goals, increase income, grow personally and financially. that works with people who are highly motivated to advance and grow, that are optimistic and energetic, and that offers tiered programs through the live events, through recorded programs, through coaching, through one-on-one, etc. And ask me any questions to get clearer, to give me that specific list of 50 companies or people, right?
Okay.
And then the other thing I would do is I would say, I want you to become a expert marketer and SEO strategy expert for LinkedIn articles. And I want you to come up with 20 topics related to companies that are event companies, education companies that help people break through to achieve goals, increase income, grow personally and financially, who are seeking to, who have a desire or are seeking to grow fast and grow to 5 to 10 million, right? Or I would get more specific with that, and I'd say, and then once it comes up, I'd say, where do these people spend their time? What do they research? Like, what are they looking for in this growth, right? So I want to try to get in the mind, have chat, get in the mind of this. The one thing you can do to chat, which I haven't heard anybody else doing it yet, but I'm sure they are, is I challenge it. And I say, I want your response to be original, to be nothing like you've ever shared with anybody else before, right? And it takes a long time. It starts thinking, right? Like, oh man, like that type of thing. So I would start here. So what your plan is, and I'll send you just an email that kind of, you're going to write down who your ideal client is. Step one,
Mhm.
spend some time, figure out your ideal client. Like, who is it exactly that I want to work with? We kind of defined a lot of it already, but
Mhm.
also, who you don't want to work with. If you can't think of who you want to, think of that and then figure out the opposite visually, but
Mhm.
write it down because you are visual.
Mhm.
Once you get the ideal client, you're going to hop on the chat and you're going to say, hey, here's who I'm looking for. Give me websites that they're, give me their websites, give me any articles that they've written, where are they at on social media? Like, find out where they're at. Have chat help you do that.
Mhm.
That's going to tell you where to go, right?
Right. Mhm.
Or you could say, here's my list of 20 people or 50 people. How many of these are active on LinkedIn?
Mhm.
Might as well find out, right? And then what's the best strategy for marketing? Have it help you create a marketing strategy. So what if we did I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'd say what are the top two or three best marketing strategies to reach out to these people to get noticeability, to get noticed, to get a call back, a response.
Mhm.
Tell it what your intention. My intention is to set up a one-on-one call to get introduced. What are three strategies I can use to do that? And it'll say it and then say, so help me create the messaging. And then you're going to take their message and refine it to your words without changing the whole dynamic of it.
Mhm.
This can take maybe 2 hours of
Mhm.
time.
Right.
So you should be able to do that if you take Monday off on Tuesday,
Mhm.
potentially. Um, well, you do work. So
Yeah.
let's say by Wednesday,
Yeah. Which
right?
is why, yeah, I have
Right.
to do it in small bite-sized
And
chunks.
so then what I would do is one 60-minute video on anything, on any of the topics. Just share, trust yourself, share a video. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be what you consider right. It's
Did you
just
say 60
getting you in
minute?
the mode. Huh?
Did you say 60 minute?
60 seconds, sorry. Yeah, not 60 minutes. We'll keep that for Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. I think that's when they run 60 minutes. Um, the other thing I would do is start writing, if you don't finish it, the article, your first article.
Okay.
When you're coming up with when it comes up with the topics, I would ask it to also include keyword specific SEO strategy in what people have been searching for.
Okay.
Okay. So that we can do that. If you get stuck on any of this, you're going to reach out to me. I'm going to hop on a quick call with you and say, hey, where are you stuck at? Here's where you're at. Okay, remember this. Or let me help you refine that. Um, I would use chat. And if it's not giving you the answer you want, I would use perplexity.
Okay.
Okay. Perplexity does a lot of deeper thinking type stuff, and you might need that for some of this.
Okay.
Okay.
And Perplexity is free?
Perplexity.ai is use the free version. They only give you like 3 to 5 searches a day, but it's good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If you get stuck on any of this, you're gonna reach out to me.
Okay, I will.
Let me open up my calendar. So on the 30th, which is a week from today, what's good for you?
Um, my calendar. Um, it can be either at well, yeah, 10:30 is early for you. Really for you, I guess 12 o'clock is fine. So
I could
I would
do
say
11, 11:30, 12 start time.
11. It would
Okay.
have to be 11. That's 2 o'clock for me.
I'll just drink an extra cup of coffee.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Let me make sure that we're talking in the right time zone again. When you said 11, you're talking about Eastern Standard Time?
11 your time.
Okay, let's scratch that then.
Okay.
So, because I have a meeting from a, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I put you on my calendar for 11 anyway, 11:30, but let's move it up to 11.
Okay.
Okay. Because I thought I had another meeting. I was trying to work around that meeting and this says your name. So there we go. I just had to put that placeholder there each week.
We're all good. Let's go. Zach,
And so that's the phone call, not the video. Not
yeah,
some,
no, we'll do this one. We'll do a video.
oh, okay. Well, then
This
I'll
is
keep
this is an important one.
okay.
So this is where I prove my words, where I said I'm committed to helping you, whatever it takes. So this is going to be until I'm going to put till 9:15. I have a 9:30 my time. I'm talking. So 11 to 12:15.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go there. Got your email in it. Um, let me connect to Zoom. Schedule that and get the link for it. So that's going to be on the 30th at 8 a.m. my time. Okay, so get the link to that. Now let me go back to my email. Let's go here. Got it. Okay, I just sent it. Make sure you get it. It's been kind of weird.
Mhm. Yeah, it showed up on my calendar.
Okay,
So,
good. All right, so we're on the same page. Any questions? Anything that is not clear about working out your plan?
yeah, everything is clear. I just have to write out my schedule for next week.
Yep.
That includes this.
So once you do it, take a screenshot. Whatever it is that's easiest for you, send it to me. That's accountability. And
Okay.
so I'm expecting it like Sunday, Saturday, right?
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday, not Monday. I don't
Right.
care if it's a holiday. Let's just keep the discipline on that piece. Okay.
Right.
Um, keep trusting that it's going to happen, that actually everything is already on its way. What I have to do is just take enough action to make it happen. When you get a nudge or a thought or an idea, keep following your intuition, right? It's very keen, but it's been dented a little bit. That's what I sense. And so what I'm here to do is just help you realize that, hey, those dents just add character to it. That's all. They're not dents. They're just things that happened, and you're a different person than you were whenever a dent occurred, right?
Mhm.
And you got this. If you want it, you'll got it. Don't let things get in the way that you don't have to. Is get your priorities done, set your priorities for each day. And even if you have to get up to go finish it, keep your commitment to it this week. Okay.
All right.
All right. Cheers. Have a great evening.
You too.
Talk soon. I'll send you the recording as well.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.